Wanted to make a quick tip video for anybody that's popping these reflectors out of saddlebag latches on, at least for the Harley bikes. I'm sure it crosses over to others as well. So that way you don't spend a whole bunch of time trying to pry it out and scuff these up. You can actually pop that off and then just take a quick drill bit and push that out from the back. I'm replacing them with these carbon fiber bag inserts from Harley Rebus on Instagram. And like I mentioned, you can take the latch off. Makes it a lot easier than trying to work around all the attachments on the inside. You do not have to take your lock bolts loose because that just mounts to the frame, doesn't actually mount to the, I guess, the hinge cover itself. And then you don't have to take this off. You can work around it underneath of it, but taking one side off does make it a little bit easier to get to the 3 bolts under here. 1, 2, and 3, the only ones you have to do. But if you take the back side bolt off here and just loosen this one up, you can swing it out of the way, and then it's still attached so your bag's not overextending the hinge. Quick side note on these, once you get the other 2 out, these are all mainly just hand tight because it's threading into plastic. You want to make sure that before you completely undo the last one that you are supporting the latch from underneath, because that is all that they're held on by. So if you pop this out, it's gonna fall. All right, got that off. Like I mentioned, those are the holes it's held in by. They are just plastic. Only thing you're really gonna need for this is small drill bit. Heat gun definitely helps. And then something that'll fit through that drill bit, because what we're gonna do is drill through this plastic right in here, just until it pops through. Heat it up on both sides evenly, making sure you don't go too much in one spot to mess up the paint or the plastic itself. And then once you get it warm, you're just gonna press this into the reflector from the back side and apply even pressure. Don't push too hard. If it's not coming loose with some decent pressure, maybe apply a little bit more heat. And then once you get that going, it'll be able to break free and it'll pop out. This is a new 2024, so it was not held on by more than just these 2 ends really. The middle came up away really easily for the, I guess the left side. And then I did drill a hole on both ends to be able to pry out both ends. That way I didn't have to pry on the front side. This side did not come off nearly as easy. I ended up drilling 2 more holes staggered in the middle because it was really stuck on there pretty well. It's also pretty cold. I'm in Ohio, so had to go back and forth with the prying on it, applying pressure. So with this little pin from the back side, going back with heat, finally got it out. And then you just want to take and clean all this residue up with your solvent of choice, Goo Gone, Goof Off, whatever. I've been using this Dissolve It. Contractor solvent stuff seems to work pretty well compared to the other ones. It works a little more reliably. Once you get all that out, make sure you clean it out real good with, you know, a degreaser to get the solvent out of there, and then I'd give it a wipe down with alcohol before you drop your new insert into place. All right, carbon insert back in. Now just repeat the steps in reverse to put it back on the back. And there you go. New latches are on. Look a lot better than the reflectors. First little bit of carbon to come on the bike. Waiting on some other stuff to show up, like the tank dash from Carbon Visionary. But it looks a lot better than the red reflectors, especially with the black and that orangish red whiskey fire color. Remember, when you put these back on, to not over tighten those screws in the backside. Everything that goes in there is all threading into plastic, so you only need to go hand tight and just get it to where it's pretty snug and leave it at that. Otherwise, you're gonna have to replace the latch or saddlebag bracket if you over tighten it and crack it.